All right. Just have a backdrop to change. We're going to change that, but we're going to get ready for some basketball. Snowman Sportsnet begins right now.
Snowman on the mic, no mistake, he elevates. Play by play.
The pitch. We're going to drive into deep center field. Miller back at the track, looking up. See you later! Go, Danny, go! 30, 20, 10, 5, good night, touchdown! Unbelievable!
Formation in motion, handoff McFerrin, running off right tackle, and McFerrin is loose! Goodbye, baby! 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Put it in the book, and that's a Spartan winner.
Vision, precision, lifting hope. Every word is the mission. Ambition with this queen by his side, no division. Just fusion.
Okay, again. No problem. All right, let me make a quick change. We have 3 minutes until tip off, and we're gonna handle things. Can you all hear me okay? AB Media is the first to break the seal. Coming to us from Indianapolis, Indiana. And that's where our game will be tonight. It's the Indiana Fever and the Washington Mystics. What the? Dadgummit. Okay, where'd you go? Right here. I hear a dog. I did hear a dog. Now, cat. All right. Okay, this is going to piss me off. Hold on a minute, folks. I had it up and I didn't trust it. I'll trust it now. There. Duh. Okay. We are just about set for business. Big game for the Indiana Fever tonight as they face the Washington Mystics. And they let one get away against Dallas, although there were some questionable calls throughout the course of the ball game. I'm not one to be afraid to call it out. Now they are minus. They're trying to. I think in my eyes, I think. Should I say it? Should I say it aloud? I'll say it aloud. In my eyes, I think they're trying to get the Fever to quit. With some and the situations that have come up have not helped their cause either. All right, we got folks coming in. We got the game getting ready to go. BGS is with us. And the Fever will be wearing their, I believe they're going home whites tonight. We're getting ready for tip-off. And it's a 1 o'clock kick in Philadelphia. You know what? I'm going to follow both games. I'll follow both the Colts game and the Eagles game tomorrow. Because there was a lot of hype around one Shedeur Sanders that I think is unnecessary, unfounded, and doesn't belong. So we'll take a look myself. I'll take a look myself at a full game, and we'll see what happens. This is a big game for the Indiana Fever tonight, looking for their 19th win. Remember, they got their 20th win in the next to last game last year. Mitchell averaging an even 20 points per game coming into tonight. Where's my full screen? There it is. Yeah, we're going to get this out of here. Kiki Irifin on the watch for Rookie of the Year along with Sonia Citron. And Irifin has been dynamite, the rookie from USC, averaging 12 and 8 per year on 48.7% shooting. Shug Sutton, Jade Melbourne, Sonia Citron, Kiki Irifin, and Stephanie Dolson, the starters for Washington. For your Fever, Mitchell, Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, Sophie Cunningham, Natasha Howard, and Aaliyah Boston. They let one get away. The Fever did on Tuesday. They've had 2 full days to rest, and then they went through their practice today. And we're ready for some basketball from Gamebridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. Sidney Johnson is in his first year as Mystics coach. He is 14 and 18. Stephanie White leads the Indiana Fever in her 3rd season as Fever head coach. With a record of 55 and 46, she's won 110 games overall. She spent time in Connecticut. Tap is controlled by Indiana, and Sophie Cunningham will be at the controls as she comes across into the front court, places it to Natasha Howard, now back to Cunningham. Howard, top of the circle, plays it back to Cunningham between the circles, 13 to shoot. On the left side is Howard. Howard fakes, gives it back to Cunningham. 8 on the clock. Out front, Howard. Howard on the drive in on Irifin with a spin and a scoop. She left it short, and Irifin claims the rebound. Up ahead, it comes to Sutton. Sutton across into the front court on the right. Guarded by Lexi Hall. Crosses over. Back to Irifin. Dolson on the left wing. Underneath Melbourne. She lays it in. Jade Melbourne breaks the ice. 2-0 Washington. 9:18 left in the first. Aaliyah Boston off to the left. Underneath, Kelsey Mitchell. Reverse layup missed. Ball volleyball in the air 3 times. Lexi Hall rescues it. They have 10 on the clock as that shot didn't hit the rim, but we get a foul on Dolson for Washington. That is Dolson's first and the first team foul. Got a fan, Ariel Ramirez. Is a fan of Sonia Citron. I love it. Where are you coming in from, Ariel? 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell has it out front. A straight on 3. Rimming, no. Rebound, Boston had it, lost it out of bounds. Oh, stays with Indiana. I thought Boston was the last one to touch that. And it actually turns out to be a good call. Natasha Howard underneath lays it in. 2-2 tie, 8:48 left in the first. Sutton brings it up. Sutton across into the front court. Angles left against Kelsey Mitchell. Out front it comes to Citron, the fabulous rookie from Notre Dame. Citron on the drive all the way into the lane. Stops, spins, forces the shot up, no good. Rebound, Aaliyah Boston. Boston hustles it up the other way. Aaliyah Boston in the front court outside right. Hands it to Mitchell. Mitchell on the fly. Underneath the Boston. She goes to the hoop and lays it in with the left hand. 4-2 Fever with the lead at 8:15 left in the first. Dolson outside right. Out front to Sutton. Sutton places to Irfin left of the key. Now to Citron. Citron on the move. Bumped by Lexi Hall. Citron not given any room. 8 on the clock. They give it to Irfin down low. Lost the ball. Able to get it back. Sutton on the right side. Now to Dolson underneath. Dolson had the ball tipped away. Out of bounds. It stays with Washington with 2 on the shot clock. And 7:56 remaining in the first. And remember, this is how shorthanded the Fever are coming into tonight. They're without Caitlin Clark for an extended period of time. They are minus Sydney Colson for the year, and they have it into Citron, and we get an offensive foul. So the Fever have the ball, 7:56 remaining in the quarter, up a pair. They come left to right in the home red uniforms, top and bottom, white numbers and lettering. Mitchell outside left. A 3 try on the way from the right. Nope. Long rebound, volleyball around, and comes down to Citron. Outlet pass to Melbourne. Melbourne in the front court. Hook pass to Sutton. Underneath to Dolson. Goes up. Missed it. Rebound Irfin. Back up. Nope. Foul called before the shot. I believe it'll be Dolson that'll shoot 2. .34 left in the quarter. Stephanie Dolson averaging just under 4 points per game this season. Dolson's free throw is good. 4-3 our score. We'll get you all kinds of updates. And the Brewers are getting smacked around by the Reds. 8-1 in the bottom of the second. The second free throw good. 4-4 ties, 7.5 for the first. Boston top of the circle finds Lexi Hall with a right corner 3 try, rimming no. Rebound, one hand pick up by Boston. Underneath to Natasha Howard. She lays it in, and the Fever are back in front. 6-4 our score, and 7-12 for the first. Sonia Citron off to the right. Citron against Cunningham. Crosses over, works away in the lane. Out to Dolson. A straight on 3 tried. Nope. Long rebound to Sutton. Sutton dances on the dribble outside right. 11 to shoot. Sutton on the attack. Left of the lane. Sutton lost the ball. It's free. It belongs to Indiana. Emily Inkster will come in for Washington. And Inkster is now in for Stephanie Dolson. Mitchell off to the right, lost the ball, and out of bounds. Citron couldn't recover it. They have 11 to shoot to the Fever, and 6:41 left in the first period. In play to Boston. Hands to Mitchell. Mitchell on the attack, on the drive into the lane. Dump pass underneath to Howard. She goes up, had it blocked. Rebound to Aaliyah Boston. She lays it in. 8-4. The Fever with the lead. Sutton in the front court now finds Inkster off to the left. Inkster with a hook pass back out to Irfin on the. Oh, this is Inkster on the left. I beg your pardon. Sutton has it this time left wing. 10 to shoot. Back to Melbourne. Melbourne to Irfin. Irfin with a fake on the drive. A pitch out to Inkster. Back under to Irfin. 2 to shoot. Fadeaway shot left baseline. Good as the shot clock went dead. 8-6 and 6 minutes for the first. Here's Cunningham with a 3 from the left wing. That's no good. Rebound, volleyballed around, tapped out of bounds, belongs to Washington. 5:54 left in the first. The passing between Howard and Boston has been incredible all year, and they've made a couple of great passes on 2 possessions tonight. 8-6 our score. Washington coming right to left in the road white uniforms with the red numbers trimmed in blue. Inkster has it off to the right, out front Melbourne. Melbourne holds and looks, starts to dribble on the move to the left, picks up her dribble, out front Inkster. Inkster on the drive right of the lane, backs in on Howard, lean in, flip, nope, rebound Boston. Outlet pass to Howard. Howard on the drive. Plays it to Lexi Hall. Over the top pass into Howard, low left. Howard backs in on Arifin. Backs in with a swinging hook, and she shoots it in. 10-6. Fever with the lead. 5:20 left in the first. Oh, I'm going to need you in the truck. Maybe. Arifin spins down the lane and lost the ball. Hall a steal. Lexi Hall in the front court. Lexi Hall on the drive to the left. Picks up the dribble. Now finds Howard over the top into Boston. Goes up, missed the layup. Got to make your layups. They're giving you bunnies underneath, and you can't miss. And you can't miss those. Here's Melbourne off to the left. A backup three from the left wing. Nope. Long rebound. Lexi Hall hands to Cunningham. Hands to Hall. Lexi Hall on the fly. Out front, Boston. On the right side is Mitchell. Mitchell drives right of the lane, and we get a foul called. And we also get a timeout. Timeout on the floor. 4:41 left in the first. It's the Fever 10 and the Mystics 6. I got to get some water. I'll be right back. We got lots of football coming your way tomorrow, including the Indianapolis Colts. They will host the Green Bay Packers. Not too reassuring. Shut up, dog. 10-6 our scores. We get ready to head back to play. Jade Melbourne will come out. Sutton comes in. Damaris Dantas on the floor for Sophie Cunningham. Odyssey Sims comes in for Aaliyah Boston. So they're going to go short. So the five on the floor for the Washington Mystics, they go Sutton, Clark, Enksler, Scott, and Olsen. And that is Madison Scott who's in. For the Fever, Natasha Howard, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, Damaris Dantas, and Odyssey Sims makes her first appearance in this game. Ten to 6, 4:41 left in the first quarter. Sims looks to come in. Foul line extended right. In play to Dantas. Back to Sims. 16 on the shot clock. Here comes Sims on the drive left of the lane. Backs out to the three-point stripe left wing. Hands it to Mitchell. Mitchell to Sims. A three from the left corner. Splash! (13 to 6). 4:20 left in the first. Here comes Arifin with an over-the-top pass underneath to Scott. Scott spins in on Sims and scores. 13-8 as Sims plays it to Dantas. Hands to Lexi Hall. Hall on the drive. Out front, Howard. Howard backs up on the dribble, dumps it low for Dantas, and a steal by Anxler. Anxler in the front court. Hands to Clark. A three from the left corner. Nope. A rebound comes down to Lexi Hall. Ahead to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell stutter step dribble against Scott. Mitchell on the move. A pitch out to Dantas. A three from the right wing. Splash! 2 3-point field goals in the last two possessions, and it's 16-8. Indiana 2 for 6 coming out of the gate on 3-point shots. Anxler on the move to the right. Hands to Scott. Or hands to Clark, I beg your pardon. Clark plays it back left to underneath to Sutton. Sutton with a fadeaway shot. Good left baseline. 3:10 for the first. 16-10 in favor of the Indiana Fever. Lexi Hall bounce pass Sims. 3-ball right pocket. Nope. And it's out of bounds. It'll belong to the Mystics. Sutton Citron, who's back in the ball game, along with Clark, Anxler, and Scott. Clark off to the right, works off the Anxler screen, flying to the hole, missed the layup. Ball volleyball out of bounds, stays with Washington. They look to come in. They come into Irvin. Sutton has it in the corner. Sutton trying to get out of the corner, does to Irvin. Right wing Clark, that's a 3-try. Nope. Rebound Howard, got clobbered, and a loose ball foul against Irvin. .240 for the first. 16-10, the Fever with the lead. Howard has it out front. Over the top pass intended for Dantas. Volleyball back out and a steal by Irvin. Ahead to Sutton. Sutton in the front court. Bounce pass Irvin. Flying in. Missed the layup. Dantas the rebound. 6-point lead for the Fever. Odyssey Sims brings it up. Sims front court to the right. Low right to Howard. Cross court left corner Lexi Hall. Back to Dantas. Dantas holds and looks. Now cross court to Mitchell. A 3-try from the right. Splash! 19-10. The Fever lead by 9. And 2:09 left in the first. Sutton brings it up. Indiana 3 for 8 from 3-point land so far. Anxler has it out front. On the left wing is Citron. Back to Anxler. A 3 from the left is over the top and out of bounds. It belongs to the Fever. I swear that pass to Mitchell got tipped before it got to her for the open 3. (19-10). Fever with the lead. 150 for the first. Sims in the front court, off to the right. KK Timpson on the floor for the first time for the Indiana Fever. Cross court pass Dantas out front. Dantas hands to Sims. 3 from the right wing. Too long. Anxler the rebound. Outlet pass to Melbourne. Melbourne in the front court, works off the Irvin screen, gives it back to Irvin, right of the lane, out front to Anxler. Anxler holds and looks. Now Citron on the cut. Citron on the drive into the lane. Had the shot blocked by Dantas, but a foul on Dantas. That'll be her first, and the first in the last 2 minutes. Drop your chats in the chat. And we're gonna have fun and talk all night long. Pensman just wanted to say hi. Hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Pensman, for the promotion. Free throw good for Citron. First point of the game for Sonia, the rookie from Notre Dame. The second attempt on the way, good. She's got 2 in the game. And it's 19-12. 1:15 left in the first. Sims brings it across. Guarded by Melbourne. Over the top pass to Timpson, hands it back to Sims, and a blocking foul Ooh, a blocking foul. Didn't expect that call. And it turns out that's a good call. Emily Inkster, in her third year out of Louisville, picks up the foul. That pass tipped out of bounds, stays with the Fever. (19-12), 1:06 left in the quarter. Baseline left, Sims to come in. In play to Mitchell. Mitchell dancing on the dribble outside left against Clark. Mitchell crosses over, hands to Sims. Sims on the fly, lays it in with the left hand. 21-12, 55 seconds left in the quarter. Melbourne in the front court. Hands to Citron. Citron turns out to the right side for Irifin. Irifin plays it in the right corner to Melbourne. Back to Irifin. Down the lane she comes, and she lays it in. Irifin has 6, and the lead is 7, 21-14. Right back comes Mitchell with a lefty scoop, and she scores. 23-14. Fever finding their groove early. 30 seconds for the first, 20 on the shot clock. They've got 14 points in the paint early. Irifin has it outside left. Irifin holds and looks. Now, don't let this be like the first time these two played in Washington where the Fever got out to a big lead. Back to Irifin to the hole, shoots it in. She's got 8. 15 seconds left in the first, or 6 points for Irifin. My stat sheet just updated. 11, now 10. Last shot of the quarter. Sims out near the logo, near the timeline. 6 seconds. Kelsey Mitchell has it against Citron. Mitchell, a backup 20-footer. Nope. And the rebound comes down to Inkster, and the quarter is over. Done with 1. And your score, the Indiana Fever 23 and the Washington Mystics 16. Now let's take a look at some of our comments. Golden State leads Chicago 27-23 at the end of the first quarter. Harvey says, hello, sir. What is your NBA team? I live in Indiana. My team's the Fever. Although when I first started covering the W, it was the Chicago Sky. Chicago's my native home. Pensman, I will get with you tomorrow. Am I doing the night games on the Diamond? I don't know. I may follow them. Next Friday is going to be a doozy for the Fever as they host the Minnesota Lynx. And that'll be the first of a back-to-back because Sunday we go to Minnesota. I am a Wings fan because of Paige Beckers. Okay, I can dig that. Matter of fact, folks, who are some of your favorite women's basketball players, not just of this year, but of all time? I can tell you the first favorite first favorite women's basketball player that I ever loved was Cheryl Miller. It was Cheryl Miller. What in the world is this? I'm getting ready to come back from a... What? There. What is you guys' go-to snack for basketball specifically? There's our first question of the night. What is your go-to snack for basketball? Do I think a lockout will happen? Unfortunately, I do, because they just rejected a big deal that would pay them a whole bunch of money and would increase their salaries. And they want to get the whole thing right now instead of a gradual increase. Harvey, where you talking to us from? As they're talking to Kiki Irfin in the in-between timeouts, here's a question for you. Do you guys think there should be like player timeouts in between quarters? I'd save that for the coaches. And TNT started all that. Here we go with the second quarter. As the Mystics have it in play, their lineup, Irfin, Sutton, Clark, Scott, and Olsen on the floor. That shot's blocked out of bounds, and it stays with the Mystics. Madison Scott had her shot blocked by KK Timpson. They have it in play to Olsen. Fadeaway shot on the baseline is off the side of the rim, and the rebound comes down to Timpson. Ahead to Sims. Sims crosses over, drives on Olsen, banks it in. They match their biggest lead of the game at 9, as the Fever are 11 of 21 from the floor. Clark has it outside left. Dump low left to Scott. Over the top pass tipped and intercepted by Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall back on the push for the Fever. Plays it to Cunningham off to the right. Out front is Boston. Boston on the move left. Finds Sims. Sims goes over the top into Boston. Low left. Backs in. Whip out to Lexi Hall. Hall on the drive right baseline. Spins right of the lane and shoots it in. Lead is now 11. 27-16. Biggest lead of the night. Sutton has it back for Washington in the left corner. Low left is Scott. This is Irfin. 44, not 24. Irfin picks up the dribble. Holding and looking. Out front is Scott. Scott backs up near the timeline. Scott on the move to the right. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Scott on the drive. Left of the lane jumper. Good as the shot clock expires. 27-18. Lead back down to 9 and 8:18 left in the quarter. Oh, you're in Turkey. Okay, cool. So we have an international chat tonight. Boston has it outside right. Now finds Sims. Sims to Boston. Boston works away in the lane. Fakes. Fall away shot. Nope. Tapped out of bounds. Should belong to Washington. No, they're going to give it back to Indiana. And a great job by Lexi Hull pushing the pace. Hull in her 4th year out of Stanford. Well, we got Ruffles and blue cheese for Thinkum. Harvey says his first favorite player was Candace Parker. But Harvey also supports the Wings and here's a shot by Timpson. Good as the shot clock went dead. Great alley-oop play. Lead is 11, 29, 18, and 7:49 left in the half. Sutton in the front court hands it to Dolson. Olsen outside right. Dump low left, Scott. Now they go back out to Sutton. Sutton on the dribble, left of the lane, finds Irfin, but a foul called underneath on Boston. That'll be Boston's second foul. And lately, Boston has been playing with a lot of foul trouble, but she's been able to stick around. 18 points in the paint for Indiana compared to 8 for Washington. Clark looks to come in and comes into Sutton. 10 on the clock. Sutton dances on the dribble, finds Citron. Citron left of the lane, 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. Now to Irfin. Left corner 3 try. Got it. As the shot clock went dead and the lead down to 8 and 7:12 for the half. That's their first 3-point field goal tonight. Odyssey Sims in the front court. Sims had the ball poked away, able to get it back. Now Lexi Hull has it on the left wing. Hull trying to dribble between defenders, gets fouled on Irfin, and that foul is charged to Irfin. Yeah, Harvey, I agree. Irfin's working her way to be the next superstar. She gets more consistent with her game, and she will not have a trouble accepting that label. Here comes Cunningham. Bumped. Finds Hall for three. Nope. Rebound Howard. Howard backs in on Erpin. Spins and lays it in. 31-21. Indiana by 10 and 6:40 for the half. And a steal by Cunningham. Back they come the other way, left to right. Ahead to Odyssey Sims. Sims flying in with a lefty layup. Good. 33-21 and timeout on the floor. 6:34 remaining in the first half. It's the Fever 33 and the Mystics 21 on the Indiana Sports Hub. Sadly, the Mystics are tanking. Don't know why they felt like they... Do you think they could have made the playoffs? I think this is a team on the rise, yes. But I don't think they had enough pieces to get to the playoffs. There we are. $33-21 our score with 6:34 remaining in the first half. Get out of here. I think if they kept Sykes, they'd have a chance. I don't think so. And I'm not saying this to be a Debbie Downer. I just think that Sykes didn't fit in Washington. Yes, please make sure you hit the like button, folks. If, as BGS says best, if you can't donate $1, donate a like. Help get this out to everybody. Las Vegas leads Dallas 36-34 there in the second quarter. Seattle and Atlanta, along with Vegas and Phoenix, to go later. To the majors, San Diego and the Dodgers set to go later. White Sox and Kansas City about 7 minutes away from first pitch. Tampa Bay, San Francisco goes later. Arizona, Colorado will go at 8:40 Eastern time. These are all Eastern time, folks. Yankees and I know who's on. Yankees in St. Louis, along with Detroit and Minnesota, Baltimore and Houston. The Astros set to pitch here in a little bit. Angels and Oakland to go later. 33-21 our score. Thinkum says Washington is a bubble team. Don't know what any team will look like next year with all the free agents. Yeah, that's the truth. So it's best they seal them up now. 33-21, 6.5 for the half as Odyssey Sims trots it up. It's Dolson, Sutton, Olsen, Clark, and Sims. Olsen, Clark, and doggone it, Citron. Underneath is Dolson. She lays it in. Why did I misread that? 33-23 our score. 6:13 for the half. Sims in the front court to Boston. On the left wing is Sophie Cunningham. And an offensive foul on Boston. Or it's on Lexi Hall. They call the offensive foul on Lexi Hall. And I think Stephanie White's going to have a look at this. I think this Mystics teams could be the OKC of the WNBA soon. I don't think so, partner. I do not think so. We're going to have a review of this offensive foul. Sonia and Kiki are great, and they're developing into a great tandem. I just think they're a couple of years away. Ah, doggone it. The Fever called a timeout. They are taking a look at this play. I can't wait to see Juju Watkins in the W within the next year. But I will say again, despite playmakers thinking that once Juju appears and the next crop appears, that there's no way that the Fever will win a championship, I say wrong answer. They're going to win at least 2, even with Juju in tow, even with Hidalgo in tow. They're going to win at least 1. They're going to win at least 1. The window's wide open for Caitlin Clark and the Fever. The thing that bugged them this year, besides at least 6 games that they should have snatched, has been injuries. 2 big rotational pieces are out in the form of Sydney Colson and Ari McDonald. And you have to wonder after this year, are they gonna keep Ari McDonald? I know something I've needed to do this entire game, and I haven't taken the time to do it. It's a coach's challenge that we are in a timeout for right now. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. And I'm about to change this backdrop. I knew that would happen. Okay. I knew that would happen. Doggone it. Okay. Now I think we got everything straight. Nah, the heck with that. Nah, I had one idea of a design I was going to do for a backdrop, and now another one's hit me. So we're going to go with the one that hit me. And that's this bad boy right here. Indiana Sports Hub. There. And we'll have this up tomorrow for the Colts and the Packers. I save it under the right name. I'm in Canva right now, folks, working on a. They have to overturn this call. They have to overturn this call. It's not an offensive foul on Lexi Hall. Yeah, they overturned it. Sydney Johnson is going, wait, wasn't that an offensive foul that you called before? In play to Cunningham. Cunningham out front, plays it to Boston. Boston right of the key to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Boston. 15-footer, got it. Aaliyah Boston with 8. And the lead is 12, 35, 23, 5:49 left in the half. Sutton in the front court. Bounce pass to Citron between the circles. Citron works off the Irfin screen. Now plays it out front to Exler. 18-footer head of the key. Good. So, Exler makes it 35-25. Boston has it right of the circle. Hands to Mitchell. Mitchell on the move. Fakes. 18-footer from the left. Nope. Rebound tip to Irfin. Irfin ahead to Citron. To Sutton. Sutton in the front court. Off the Irfin screen. Sutton at the free throw line. Underneath the Irfin. She shoots it in. Irfin has 11. And the lead is down to 8. 35-27. 5 minutes for the half. Mitchell in the front court. Hooks a pass intended for Howard. Back to Hall. Lexi Hall on the move to the left. Out front Boston. Boston holds and looks, finds Mitchell, 18-footer from the right. Nope, foul called. Mitchell shoots 2. Okay. Oh, got rid of that too soon. Come back to the chats in just a moment. Mitchell heads to the free throw line to shoot 2 in her 7th year out of Ohio State. Irvin, 11 points, 5 of 6 from the field. And the first one here is good. Lead is 9, 36-27. Fever's biggest lead has been 12. They've had the lead in double digits for a good portion of the first half. 4:50 remaining in the first half. Mitchell gives the ball a spin, now a dribble, and tries again. Nope. Rebound Irvin. 6 rebounds for her already. Citron on the fly, front court to the left. Citron off the Irvin screen at the top of the circle, 20-footer head of the key. Nope. Rebound Odyssey Sims. Sims is back in the ball game for Indiana. It's Sims, Howard, Boston, Mitchell, and Hull for the red-clad Fever. On the back door is Mitchell. Mitchell fakes, works away in the lane, had it popped away, out of bounds. Which way? They haven't made a call yet. They haven't played a Hall. Right of the lane jumper. Good. 38-27. 38-27 and 4:19 left in the half. Irvin has it right of the circle. Out front to Sutton. Sutton on the drive in from the left. Stops left of the lane. Comes back out to Melbourne. Melbourne standing dribble. Finds Irvin. 5 to shoot. Irvin at the free throw line. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. On the drive comes Angsler. Reverse layup. Missed as the shot clock went dead. Rebound comes down to Boston. Outlet pass to Mitchell. On the fly. Lays it in with the right hand. 40-27. Their biggest lead now at 13 and 3:49 left in the half. Angsler finds Melbourne. Backs up to the left corner. A pitch to the right side for Citron for 3. Yep. That cuts the lead to 10, 40-30. And 3:37 left in the half. Right back comes Natasha Howard all the way to the hole. Lays it up, no good, but a foul called on Emily Angsler. And for Angsler, that'll be her second. .336 left in the half. 40-30. Indiana leads. And Natasha Howard to the free throw line. Howard's free throw, good. 41-30. Lead back up to 11. Next Friday, we got a good one for you, and we may have a doubleheader because we have 2 good games on the docket. The first one is here in Indianapolis, as the Fever will host the Minnesota Lynx. Second free throw up, second free throw out. Angsler the rebound ahead to Sutton. 41-30. Out front, Clark a 3. Got it. 41-33. 3:20 for the half as Sims brings it across in the front court against Sutton. Sims angles left, picks up her dribble, out front to Howard, on the right side, Hall. Lexi Hall looking for Boston, can't get it to her. Here's Mitchell with a long 3. Nope. And a loose ball foul against Odyssey Sims. Alicia Clark back on for the Washington Mystics, and here's Clark working it right of the lane, now to Citron, and they play it to Angsler, backdoor Citron, reverse layup is in. 41-35, lead down to 6. You don't want to let them back in the game. Howard has it out front, dances on the dribble, finds Mitchell. Mitchell against the double team on the drive, lefty hook, good. 43-35. Indiana back up by 8. 2:34 left in the first half. Fever led by 7 at the end of one. Lead is 6 right now. They've led by as many as 13. Clark off to the left. Off to the left. Now hands it to Citron. Citron on the drive into the lane. Fadeaway shot. Good as the shot clock went dead. 43-37 and 2:05 left in the first half. Citron with 9. 3 of 5 from the field. Boston has it out front, guarded by Angsler. Boston on the move right. Finds Odyssey Sims and a foul on Jade Milburn. That'll send Boston to the free throw line to shoot 2. (43-37) and Aaliyah Boston to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Will there be a next season for the W? The way it looks right now, no. The way it looks right now, no. Free throw, no good. And the last thing you want to do is let a team that you've had down double digits for most of the first half back in the ball game. And that's exactly what the Fever are doing. 43-37, 1:55 left in the first half. Second free throw short again, and the rebound comes down to Irrifan. Now they have a chance to cut it to 4 or 3 with a long one. Sutton brings it up. Sutton front court to the right. Leans over the dribble, works off the Irrifan screen. Sutton plays it out front to Citron with a fake on Sims. Now backs up, holds and looks. Has trouble. Over the top pass to Angsler. Angsler drives in on Howard. Lefty layup, good. 4-point game. 1:29 left in the first half. 43-39. 1:24 left in the half. Sims has it outside to the right. Now dump low right, Aaliyah Boston. Boston backs in. Fakes. Goes up with a hook shot. No, but a foul called. Pardon me. And Aaliyah Boston shoots 2 more. And Callie has a great question to start our trivia question night. I was a Big 12 Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Free throw good for Aaliyah Boston. Lead up to 5, 44-39. And played on 5 different WNBA teams before coming to the Fever. All right, the big clue there for me is Big 12. The clue there for me is the Big 12. Sims out front, now plays it to Citron. 6-point lead, 1 minute for the half. And we get a foul underneath. All right, I was a Big 12 Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. NCAA champion, a WNBA All-Star, and play on 5 different teams before coming to the Fever. Who am I? Big 12 is my clue. KK Timpson back on. Aaliyah Boston departs. Astros and Orioles are ready to get busy in Houston. We'll provide updates on. We'll go to that game after we complete this one. Learn my lesson from before. Here's Irrifan on the drive. Spins down the lane and lays it up no good, and a foul on Timpson. (45-39) our score. 48 seconds left in the half. And Irrifan will try to bring him even closer. Free throw number 1 is no good. Second attempt on the way by Irrifan is good. She's got a dozen in the game. 45 seconds left in the half, 22 on the shot clock. And it's 45-40 in favor of the Fever. They've led all the way. Out front is Mitchell. Mitchell angles left. Now starts away right of the lane. Crosses over against Citron. Tries again. Now finds Lexi Hall. A right corner three. Nope. Alicia Clark the rebound. Outlet pass to Citron. Citron in the front court against Sims. Over the top pass in the air. And is out of bounds. Last shot of the half, 16 seconds remaining in the first half, and this time it's Aaliyah Boston at the controls. They operate out of the 1-4 spread. Timpson comes to set the screen for Mitchell. Why did I think that was Boston? She went out of the game. Underneath Timpson, lead in, flip. Nope. Rebound Angsler. She'll let one go from three-quarter court. No good, and that's the half. The score at the end of the first half is the Indiana Fever 45 and the Washington Mystics 40. Five different teams, Defensive Player of the Year, Big 12 Player of the Year. I might be wrong in taking a shot at this, Callie, but I will guess Sydney Colson. Oh, I made a mistake on that logo. I just saw my error. So we're going to correct that right now. Doggone it. I'm going to guess Sydney Colson. Oh, you know what? 459 Buster, who joins us, may have Taylor Soppy's guesses. Natasha Howard, 459 Buster, may have busted us and said he guesses Odyssey Sims. I think he's right. My guess was Sydney Colson. Big 12 was the big clue for me. Oh, I didn't realize that logo's too bad. You already did one for Colson. I thought so. Let me think. He got it. Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims was the correct answer. Why I didn't think of her, I don't know. So Odyssey Sims was the correct answer to our first trivia question of the night. And thank you all for being here, chatting it up with us as they are at halftime, and it's 45-40 in favor of the Indiana Fever. The only other time they led Washington at halftime was the game that they won against this team. So who are some of you guys' favorite players? Past or present? I told you my first favorite women's basketball player was Cheryl Miller. Cheryl Miller was one of my first favorite. Because she's new to the team. Absolutely. That's why I thought of Odyssey Sims. I don't know why I don't know why I didn't just guess Odyssey Sims in the first place. Who are some of you guys' favorite players of all time? Past or present? Past or present? Who do I think wins the championship? It would be easy to guess either New York or Minnesota, but the underdog in me says someone else. I wouldn't put my money on the Lynx just yet. Notice the words at the end of my sentence, just yet. The easy bet would be Minnesota. No, the most easy bet would be Minnesota. The next easy bet would be New York because they're the defending champs. Atlanta is sneaky, very much so. Golden State is sneaky. And I know a lot of NBA fans are sick and tired of hearing that. Sick and tired of hearing Golden State is sneaky. Well, they are sneaky. Who expected the Valkyries to have this kind of year? Dang nabbit. There, how about that? Atlanta leads Cleveland 1-0. Philadelphia and Washington are tied 2 apiece. And Milwaukee has come back to catch Cincinnati at 8 apiece. They were down 8-1, and it's now 8-all. Here it's halftime. It's 45-40 in favor of the Indiana Fever. I'm going to take me a quick break, and I will be right back with our halftime stats. Oops. What am I doing? There. $45-40 our score as we are at halftime, and now it's time for our BetUS.com box score. And the box score looks like this. Kiki Irfin leads the Mystics with 12, 9 points for Sonia Citron, 4 apiece for Stephanie Dolson and Shug Sutton, and a pair for Jade Melbourne. Off the bench, Alicia Clark has 3, 4 for Emily Engstler, including a layup at the end of the first half, and Lucy Olson with a pair. For the Indiana Fever, we only have played 8 players so far. It's Kelsey Mitchell leading them with 10, 9 for Natasha Howard, 8 for Aaliyah Boston. Sophie Cunningham is scoreless, and Lexi Hall has 4. 9 off the bench for Odyssey Sims, a pair for KK Timpson, and a 3-ball for Damaris Dantas. Indiana led this game by as many as 13, but they lead by 5 right now as Washington has cut a pair off of their first quarter lead. 45-40 our score. Back with more stuff after this. All right, some fan chat says Callie Greenshield says CC brought me to the WNBA, but as I do the trivia, there are a lot of good players: Sue Bird, Kate Martin, Aaliyah Boston. There are so many great players in this in this league. But the first woman who got me started liking women's basketball, as I said, was Cheryl Miller. And then I love Cheryl Swoops over time. Of course, y'all know I love Caitlin Clark. Clark is the face of the WNBA, period. She's the face. I won't say any more because I know, unfortunately, that's a touchy subject with a lot of people, and I don't know why. I don't know why. All right, let's do a raid. Let's do a halftime raid. And the first raid we're going to do will be that for my buddies at Pure Adrenaline Sports.
Outside corner. First strike, 0-1. Yeah, you watch. If the Mets turn the season around, Stearns will say, just as I planned. Fouled off, 0-2.
Doggone it. All right, another trivia question. This award was created in 2000 and is given to collegiate point guards and is named after Basketball Hall of Fame legend.
MLB debut.
And
I
Sue Bird Award.
I've seen a corresponding move by the Mets.
Sue Bird Award.
So
that's purely a guess, and it's purely out of nowhere.
Yeah. Foul down the third baseline.
All right. Now I got the link for the folks at Pure Adrenaline Sports because they're
on the PAS network coverage
live right now.
Baseball action. Snowman checking in with the Snowman halftime raid. Let's go Mets, guys. Another man part of the.
Here you go.
The crew here. Make sure you check out Snowman Multimedia. Does a great job of covering Astros games. Does a lot of WNBA action as well. Mixes in football, NBA. Not sure if he does any NHL action. They have a daily show they do over there every day. So
let's rate Pure Adrenaline Sports and use the hashtag.
Oh, and they're saying it hit him.
Oops.
Nope, they're not going to challenge. So
let's use it. Let's do a halftime rate. She has won the award, but it's not named after Sue Bird. You said point guard. It's created in 2000.
Perfect time to tap that plus subscribe button. Oh, good. Says I'm excited for McLean tomorrow.
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
Slider in the minors, right? Let's see how that translates to the pros.
I have absolutely no idea. If it's not Sue Bird, I am probably going to kick myself for the answer. Let me read that clue again. Y'all go check out Pure Adrenaline Sports. Give them a like and a subscribe and a follow. This award was created in 2000 and is given to collegiate point guards, and it's named after a Basketball Hall of Fame legend. Doggone it. Let me think. She's really challenging me with these. Oh, dang nabbit. Why didn't I think of this? Nancy Lieberman. Why didn't I think of that? Nancy Lieberman. Yep, 459 got it before me. Nancy Lieberman. Why didn't I think of that? Nancy Lieberman. Duh. Here's your sign, Brian. Oops. But Callie, I gotta give it to you. You're coming up with some brain benders, and I love it. Okay, I got one for Cali, and it concerns the Blue Jays. When they won back-to-back World Series in 92 and 93, this is for everybody. There's a little baseball trivia here at halftime. The Blue Jays had two great right-handed closers when they won back-to-back awards in 92 and 93. Who are they? Pittsburgh beat the Cubs 3-2. Thank you very much, Pittsburgh. Now I already know the question. Why do you hate the Cubs so much? Long story. Getting ready for the third quarter. Irfan, Dolson, Sutton, Citron, and Melbourne, starters on the floor for Washington. Howard, Boston, Mitchell, Cunningham, and Hull, starters on the floor for the Indiana Fever. She says, Tom Henke and Guzman. You got one of them. You got one of them. Waiting to get the second half started. Tom Henke is one of those closers. Tom Henke was one of them for sure. Who was the other closer that the Blue Jays had in their back-to-back World Series title run? Right-handed pitcher. Each possession is going to be so important here in the second half for Indiana because they led by 13, couldn't put them away. And now Washington is in this game. She got it. Dwayne Ward. Dwayne Ward, Ward number 31, and Tom Hanky Panky, in the words of Chris Berman, Ward number 50. But I got a bonus trivia question for you. Who was the pitcher that closed out the 92 World Series for the Blue Jays? Closed them out in 6 games. What Indiana has to do, they have to limit their turnovers, which gives me something to view here. They haven't had that many turnovers in the first half. Washington's biggest lead has been a pair. Indiana's biggest lead has been 13. Man, why is this taking so long? That's the question we have on the floor right now, because I know Callie's a big Blue Jays fan. Who was the pitcher that closed out the 92 World Series for the Blue Jays? And now I've lost the feed again. Okay, we're in the business. 8-12 for the third. 45-44 in favor of the Fever. They've led by as many as 13. Natasha Howard off to the left, back to the right side for Mitchell. Indiana working right to left here in the second half. Mitchell on the attack left of the lane, driving all the way home with a lefty scoop. Good. 47-44. 7:54 left in the third. Sutton in the front court, outside left. Sutton on the drive into the lane. A pitch out right corner. A Citron 3 is no good. Rebound chased down by Cunningham. Cunningham in the front court finds Howard. Howard with a backdoor pass intended for Kelsey Mitchell, and it's intercepted by Melbourne. Melbourne in the front court finds Sutton. Sutton walks up to the line, changes her mind. Tip pass to Dolson. A left corner 3 tie game. The Mystics have come back from 13 down, and with a Stephanie Dolson 3, have evened the game at 47. Timeout Fever, 7:25 left in the third. They're letting the team back in the game again. 47 all on the Indiana Sports Hub. I knew it. This has been the case all year. This has been the case all year. They let teams back in the game that they have down. They were doing that early in the season because remember, against New York, the first time we hosted New York, they were up by 12, and then we were up by 12 at the end of the third quarter, and New York wound up winning by 2. She says, repeat the question. The question is, who was the Blue Jays pitcher? He got it. Joe Timlin. Mike Timlin was the winning pitcher in 92. Joe Carter's home run was in 93. Timlin fielded a... Here you go, Callie. The last out of the 92 World Series, Timlin fielded a bunt by this Atlanta Brave to close and through the first to close out the World Series. Who was the Atlanta Brave that laid down the bunt in 92? And while we have basketball on the docket, I beg your pardon, who were the only two teams in NCAA championship history? Listen to the question. Who are the only two teams in NCAA championship history with a 100-point game? No. No, it's not. In this case, Callie got it right. Otis Nixon laid down the bunt. And who were the two teams in NCAA basketball championship history with 100-point games? The beautiful voice you heard was my wife guessing the Colts. And it's not the Colts. Are you sure? I'm positive. $47 all as we are in the third quarter from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Tennessee leads Atlanta in NFL preseason football 13-3. That's at the half. Chiefs go to Seattle later. Now they have it in play to Lexi Hull. Hull on the drive, spins right of the lane and comes up shooting. No good. Rebound Irrifin. Outlet to Sutton. Bounce pass ahead to Melbourne. Melbourne on the fly all the way in on Sophie Cunningham. Lays it up no good, but a foul called. And Melbourne shoots 2. These 2 free throws could put Washington in front for the first time since the first quarter. And again, I say again, with the opponents that play Indiana, to look at the body language. When they come back from 13 down and they get the lead, they're smiling, they're hopping around. Free throw good for Melbourne. And I think Callie has figured out my trick question. It was 459 Buster. It was Otis Nixon who laid down the bunt, and Timlin pounced on it and put it away for the Blue Jays to win in 92. Cunningham brings it up. 49-47. Indiana 4 of 8 from the free throw line. That's another bugaboo they've had the second half of the year. Here comes Mitchell. 20-footer ahead of the key. Nope. Rebound Melbourne. Melbourne looking to run. Ahead it comes to Citron, and she can't hold it. It's out of bounds. It'll belong to the Indiana Fever. Only 3 turnovers for Indiana tonight, and yet they are trailing in this ball game. I'll say it again. They led by 13. Underneath Kelsey Mitchell against Citron. Outlet pass to Hull. Out front of Leah Boston. Boston on the drive to the free throw line, picks up her dribble, finds Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall on the left baseline, back to Boston. Boston bulls her way in the lane. Bulls in again with a right-handed hook. Good. 49 all. 6:15 left in the third. Now you want to get a defensive stop. Citron off to the right. A hook pass back to Enxler. That's a three. Nope. Rebound Boston. Indiana with a chance to go back in front. Hands to Mitch. She hands to Mitchell. Mitchell across into the front court. Mitchell off the Boston screen, gives it back to Boston and lost the ball. Got in too deep. Enxler the steal. Enxler on the drive. A hook pass to Citron. Outside Melbourne. Out front it comes to Sutton. Sutton on the drive left of the lane. 18-footer. Good. And Washington back in front by a pair. This equals their biggest lead. 51-49. Kelsey Mitchell dancing on the dribble out to the left. Boston has it left of the key. Boston holds and looks. Hands to Mitchell. Mitchell on the fly. That pass tipped away by Melbourne. Looking for Sophie Cunningham in the corner. Sutton has a seat with 8 points, 4 or 5 from the field. Damaris Dantas on, Alicia Clark on for Washington. Aaliyah Boston departs for the Fever. In play to Mitchell. Mitchell with a wraparound pass to Cunningham. Low left, Dantas spins to the hole and shoots it in. 51 apiece. 5:14 left in the third. Melbourne in the front court. Lucy Olsen off to the right. Olsen holds and looks against Odyssey Sims, who's on the floor. Olsen a wraparound dribble. Out front to Irifin. That pass picked off by Cunningham. 3-on-2. Cunningham on the drive. Stops. Backs up for 3. Splash! And the Fever are back in front. 11 points off turnovers tonight. 54-51 Indiana. Melbourne has it against Howard. Plays it to Clark. Clark holds left of the key. Fakes the pass to Inkster. And now Clark has it on the drive. In the lane. In on Cunningham with a lefty hook. Good. Lefty scoop, I should say. 54-53. Dantas has it outside left underneath the Howard. Goes to the hole. Had it blocked. And cleared by Clark. Melbourne back the other way. Clark on the right wing. And nobody saw her for 3. And she got it. Washington back in front. 56-54. 4:08 left in the third. Odyssey Sims in the front court. Sims on the drive. Right down the lane with a lefty layup. Good, and a foul called. And Sims will have a chance to put the Fever back in front. Sims with 11 and a chance for 12. Nobody ran to Alicia Clark, who was wide open for that 3 the last trip down. Nobody ran to her. Unacceptable. You got to cover your opponent. Sims averaging 9 points per game, along with 3 rebounds and along with 3 assists and 2 rebounds per game. Indiana's been sloppy defensively since that first quarter. Free throw missed, and we get a lane violation against Dantas. .402 left in the third, 56 all. And Melbourne hustles it up. Melbourne in the front court to Inkster. Enxler fakes a 3, whips a pass to Alicia Clark. Clark dumps it low for Irifin, but a foul called on Dantas. Now Irifin will depart in favor of Dolson. 3:49 left in the third. Melbourne to come in, foul line extended right, in play to Olsen. Dolson has it on the left wing, back to Olsen. Olsen with a wraparound dribble. Olsen, 18-footer, rimming no. Rebound, Enxler. Enxler spins, throws the shot over her head and hits it. 58-56. Washington back in front by a pair. Mitchell works off the Howard screen, gives it back to Howard, lost the ball, and Sims able to gather it in the right corner. Dump low right to Howard. Man, Cunningham's wide open, but they don't see her. Howard missed the layup. Rebound Clark. 58-56, 3:10 for the third. Melbourne is fouled out front. And the foul is charged to Sophie Cunningham. That was a good, Angsler had good position on the box out to claim the offensive rebound. 58-56. Angsler, 6 points, 5 rebounds on the night. Melbourne has it out front. You better chase Alicia Clark. Citron from 18, missed it. Long rebound, and they're not going after the ball. This is the attitude I was talking about. Melbourne to Clark. Another wide open three. Guess what? She hit it. 2:44 for the third, and Washington now find themselves up 5, 61-56. Here's Sims. Off to the left. Out front Dantas. A straight-on three. Missed that one. Rebound tip comes down to Clark. Washington ball up 5 and 2.5 for the third. Indiana has gone into another drought. This happened against Dallas on Tuesday. Layup missed by Citron. Rebound comes down to Timpson. Ahead to Sims. Sims crosses over in the front court. Sims, 18-footer from the circle. Nope. Long rebound, Angsler. They battle for it on the baseline. It comes down to Angsler. 2:08 left in the third. And an 8-second violation. 8-second violation against Washington. The Fever are letting this game, like they've had many, many others in their 15 losses, get away. They are playing very sloppy defensively. They're letting Washington's attitude dictate the pace. LSU against Iowa in 2023 and UConn against South Carolina in 2025 both scored 100-plus points. There's a third team that did it. I incorrectly said 2, so that's my mistake, first of all. I incorrectly said 2. There's a third team that did it, and they were the first team to put up 100 points in the championship game. Note the trick in the question. 2 minutes for the third. Washington leads by 5. 61-56. In the front court is Angsler. Hands to Melbourne. Stephanie Dolson has it off to the left. Dolson to Clark. Had her shot blocked, cleared by Timpson. 100 seconds for the third, and the Fever need to get a bucket. They're down 5. Mitchell in the front court. Backs up on the dribble, plays it to Sims. Sims outside right. Sims with a fake. Lost her dribble. Plays it to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell with a scissor dribble out front. Mitchell on the drive. Whips a pass underneath. That's one you got to take to the hoop. And they turn it over again. 4 turnovers in this quarter. Here comes Sutton. Flying in. Missed the layup. Drew the foul. You cannot play timid when you have a big lead. Indiana, since they led by 13 midway through the second quarter, has played absolutely timid. Now, granted, they only have 5 turnovers in the game, but it's the missed shots. It's the missed free throws. It's the chance after chance after chance that they've had to stay ahead, and they haven't. Sutton to the free throw line for 2 with 1:15 left in the third. Free throw here, no good. (62) 61-58. Never mind. Second attempt on the way, good. 62-56. Sims brings it up with 1:10 left in the third. Sims in the front court, works off the double screen on the way to the right. Sims backs up near the timeline, standing dribble with a left hand, finds Dantas, back to Sims. Sims on the left wing. Sims bounce pass underneath to Dantas, bumps off Dolson and shoots it in on the left baseline. 62-58. Sims in the front court. Sutton in the front court. Bounce pass underneath, intended for Dolson, goes out of bounds, belongs to the Fever. 47 seconds left in the third, and they'll have a fully loaded 24-second shot clock. How about a three here to lift the lid off the place? Sims in the front court, outside left. Sims on the move to the right. Against Sutton to Dantas. Dantas with a fake, steps back, now finds Cunningham for three. Splash! Boy, they needed that. 62-61, 30 seconds left in the third. Now, can you get a defensive stop and possibly get the lead before the fourth quarter? Sutton has it out front. Now to Anxler on the move. Anxler with a bounce pass underneath to Clark. Goes up, missed it. Rebound, Cunningham. 15 for the quarter. Cunningham finds Lexi Hall. Hall to Dantas on the right wing. Back to Hall. Out front, Sims. 8 seconds left. 7. Now 6. Sims on the move to the right. 4 seconds. Sims on the drive. A pitch out to Cunningham. A left corner three. Blocked out of bounds by Anxler. Now, hit one in their face. Since Anxler wants to laugh, yes, this is the competitor in me coming out. Hit one in their face. Into Dantas, a backup three. Splash! Take that, Emily Anxler. Fever regained the lead at the end of 3. 64-62, the fourth quarter coming up. Okay. I incorrectly phrased my question. There are 3 teams in NCAA history with a 100-point championship game. Cali got 2 of them, Connecticut and LSU. Listen to the wording of my question. Well, I may as well give you the answer. The first one occurred on the men's side, and it was 1990 with Nevada, Las Vegas. They scored 103. They beat Duke 103-73. Sue Bird won the, okay, Cali comes back with another brain bender. That's what I'm going to call it. Cali's brain benders. Sue Bird won the inaugural Nancy Lieberman Award. She would win it a total of 3 times. 2 other players won it 3 times. Who are they? 2 of the point guards won the Lieberman Award 3 times. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. That's what I'm calling Cali's trivia questions from now on. Sue Bird did it. Who else did? Jeez. Oh, duh. Caitlin Clark. 3 consecutive years. Should have thought of that. Cali's brain benders. We got to get a sponsor for that. I mean that. We have to get a sponsor for that now. For every time she comes on here, no matter what team or sport I'm broadcasting, and she comes up with a brain bender, that's what we're calling it. (64-62) Fever as we head to the 4th and final period. And if you're Indiana, you survived. You have survived the charge of the Mystics. Now you have 10 minutes to put them away. Irvin, Sutton, Citron, Clark, and Scott. The 5 on the floor for the Mystics. They'll be countered by Cunningham, Hall, Dantas, Timpson, and Sims. The 5 on the floor for the Indiana Fever. All right, Fever ball as we begin the fourth quarter as Cunningham has it in the front court, directing traffic, picks up the dribble, plays it to Hall. Sims has it this time off to the right. Sims to Cunningham in the left corner. Cunningham on the drive, left baseline, underneath to Timpson. A fadeaway shot in the lane. Nope. Rebound, Irrifan. 64-62. Fever with the lead. Washington the ball as Sutton has it in the front court. Out front it comes to Citron. Citron on the drive into the lane. A hook pass underneath to Irrifan. She goes up, had it blocked by Timpson, but a foul called. And Irrifan shoots two. Okay, I think I got it. Sue Bird, Caitlin Clark, and this is a wild guess, Tina Charles. Tina Charles, I think, won the Lieberman Award 3 times. Kiki Irrifan to the free throw line, 14 points in the game. First one good, make it 15 along with 9 rebounds. So you got SB, CC, and TC. 15 points now for Irrifan. She shoots for point number 16. Got it. 64 all. 9-20 for the ball game. You got to match buckets here if you're Indiana. Sims has it off to the right. Works off the Dantas screen. Sims on the drive. Back to Dantas on the right wing. Hands it off to Lexi Hall. Off her foot. Ball is free. Jump ball. It'll be Lexi Hall and Madison Scott. That will jump it up. There are so many chances for the Indiana Fever to come back and get this game. They trail by as many as 6. They were up 2 at the end of third. They were up 7 at the end of 1, 4 at half, 2 at the end of 3. The tip is controlled by Washington as Clark has it this time. Clark hands to Sutton, and Sutton brings it up. Washington left to right here in the second half. Sutton off to the left, guarded by Timpson in a switch. Out front, Citron. Citron holds and looks. Citron works off the screen, pulls it back, plays it back left to Sutton. 5 to shoot. Sutton on the drive. Out to Citron, a right wing 3. Got it as the shot clock went dead. Sonia Citron with a dozen. And the lead is 1 for Washington. 67. Lead is 3. 67-64. I beg your pardon. Now there's a foul called underneath. That foul is charged to Citron. And that'll send Sophie Cunningham to the free throw line. Free throw here, good, 67-65. I think with the, okay, I know how I'm going to fix the backdrop for next time. Second free throw up, second free throw down. 1 point lead for Washington, 67-66. 8:20 for the ball game. Here's Sutton on the move to the left. Sutton on the drive, left of the lane, picks up her dribble, looking for help. Out front, Irrifan. Irrifan holds and looks, fakes the pass to Clark, gives it back to Clark, down the lane, forces the shot up, no good. Dantas the rebound. Back comes Cunningham. Fever look for the lead. Dantas has it off to the right. Now finds Sims. Sims with a scissor dribble. Sims on the drive. Pitch out Dantas. A straight on 3. Nope. Long rebound. Chase down. Timpson trying to grab it. And she's fouled. $7:53 left in the ball game. Kelsey Mitchell in, Cunningham out. Sophie Cunningham finally on the scoreboard. They're going to need her scoring down the stretch. Aaliyah Boston back in. 7:53 left in the game. Foul line extended left. Mitchell looks to come in. Comes in play to Sims. Sims works off the Boston screen. Plays it to Timpson outside right. Timpson holds and looks. Out front, Sims. Sims on the drive, right of the lane. Bounce pass underneath to Timpson. Timpson fakes, shoots, scores as the shot clock went dead. Indiana back in front with 7.5 left. Sutton front court to the right. Sutton on the drive, right baseline. Comes back outside, guarded by Boston. Underneath to Irrifin. A pitch out to Dolson. Right side Melbourne. Melbourne holds and looks. Bounce past Dolson. Dolson with a fake on Timpson. Lean in 10-footer. Good. 69-68. 7:05 left. Sims has it outside right. 7 ties, 7 lead changes in this ball game. Here's Sims with a 15-footer. Kind of short arm that. Gets the rebound and missed that off the back of the rim. And the rebound comes down to Irrifin. Ahead to Melbourne. 6:50 remaining. Melbourne in the front court. Stutter step dribble. Picks up her dribble. Out front, Irrifin. Over the top pass into Dolson. Tipped out of bounds. Stays with Washington with 12 on the shot clock. Taurasi won it twice. Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu. Shug Sutton has it. On the right baseline is Citron. Citron with 5 on the clock. Citron fakes. A force-up 20-footer. Got it! How in the world did that shot go down? Citron with 14. And the lead is 3, 71-68. 6:19 left. Here's Mitchell. Finds Timpson. Timpson on the drive. Into the lane. Lean in, flip. Nope. Foul called, and Timpson will shoot a pair. Now, was this a 3 by Citron? It looked like her foot was on the line. Are we watching this year's Rookie of the Year tonight? You're watching 2 candidates for it in Irrifin and Citron. So Sydney Johnson's going to use a timeout to have them take a look to see if it was a 3-point field goal and not a 2-point goal. But from the replay I'm looking at, it was a 2-point goal. Colorado leads Arizona 1-0. Sonavana Grace joins us from California. Detroit leads Minnesota 5-0. They're in the top of the second. Baltimore leads Houston 1-0. They're in the top of the fifth. That's the game we're going to look at next for our twin cast. Angels and Athletics will go later. Texas leads Toronto 3-0. They're in the top of the seventh. Come on, Blue Jays. Seattle has grabbed the lead from the Mets 7-6. They're in the top of the 7th inning. Pittsburgh beat the Cubs earlier today 3-2. Atlanta leads Cleveland 1-0. They're in the top of the 8th inning. And Philadelphia is 4 better than Washington. They're in the top of the 9th. 6-2 is that score. Milwaukee has come from 8-1 down and has grabbed the lead against the Cincinnati Reds 9-8. Tennessee and Atlanta and NFL preseason football are even at 13. That's the only live game right now. Everybody else is playing later. So Sydney Johnson has spent a timeout for a challenge, saying that Citron's shot was a 3-point goal and it was easily a 2. It was a 2-point goal. And Emily Ainsler was charged with a foul before we went to a break. I'm seeing an ad for this product called Bubbler. Anybody know what Bubbler is? I have no idea. I have no idea what Bubbler is. But you sure, Callie? Are you sure it was Tina? Who was the only freshman to win the Nancy Lieberman Award? Oh boy. Ionescu. I'll take a guess. Ionescu. And now we got another replay. It wasn't Ionescu. Was it Sue Bird? We still got a review going on here. It wasn't CC, was it? Because if it wasn't her, I'm out of guesses. So most of our trivia questions tonight have been centered around Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman and the award that is named after her. I'm out of guesses. Wait a minute. No, I'm not. I'll try one more. Tina Charles. Oh, Paige Beckers. Duh. These replays are the worst. It slows the momentum down. It slows everything down. Didn't think of Paige Beckers. Duh. Ay. Will y'all hurry up and make a decision? You either overturn it or it supports the call. Thank you, Son of Ivana. I definitely will. Now, wait a second. 71-68 is our score. 6:15 remaining in the ball game, and we got a conference at center court that I'm not liking. Oh, you know what? I think what's going to happen. Wait a second. Are they going to take a... Yeah, they are. They're going to take a basket away. Oh, well, Sims also won it. Okay. Now, wait a second. All right. I'm confused. This particular replay has crossed me up. So now they've taken a basket off the board. What? I'm not understanding this. They took a basket off the board. $6:15 left in the ball game. The corrected score is now 71-66. They took a basket away from Timpson. But wait a minute. Never mind. Free throw is no good. Aha. And I know why. A shot clock violation. Second free throw good for Timpson. They took it away. They took a basket away from Timpson. A fadeaway shot in the lane 3 possessions ago that looked like it was good, but it was in her hands as the shot clock went dead. Now we get a foul called out front on Cunningham. These officials, man. A lot of this is on Stephanie White as well with these rotations. I don't know. I'm a mixed bag right now. They look to come in, and they come in play. Angsler has it off to the right. Hands to Citron. Citron fakes, finds Angsler. Angsler on the drive, in on Boston to the hole, lays it up no good, and Boston the rebound. 4-point lead, 5:49 left. Here comes Kelsey Mitchell, 18-footer. Melbourne the rebound. And you give Washington every chance to pull away, the more shots you miss. Citron off to the left. Now finds Dolson in the left corner. Back to Citron. Plays it right side to Angsler. Angsler holds and looks. Starts her dribble. Kills it after one bounce. Now finds Melbourne. Melbourne with a bullet pass underneath the Citron. She shoots it up. No good, but drew the foul. And Citron shoots a pair. So that's why the basket was taken away, and that's why the replay took so long. Citron to the free throw line. 16 in the game. Tied for high scoring honors with Kiki Irifin. 5:21 left. Washington leads by 4 after trailing by as many as 13. The rookie from Notre Dame offers the free throw. Good. 72-67. The second attempt on the way is good. 16 for Citron tonight. Sims brings it up. Sims in the front court, outside right. Sims on the move to the three-point stripe, left wing. Backs up on the dribble, plays it to Mitchell. Over the top into Boston. Layup good. 4-point game. 73-69. 5 minutes left. You got to turn the screws defensively if you're Indiana. Odyssey Sims in the front court. Sims on the drive to the free throw line, and a foul called. Going the other way. They are not playing together at all during this stretch of the game. Howard has it in play. 73-69. Washington leads by 4. 4:40 remaining. Offensive foul on Natasha Howard. And now Howard is limping. There is no life on this team right now. That's their 10th turnover. Here's Citron on the move to the right. Citron dancing on the dribble, three-point stripe. Into Irifin against Howard. Irifin on the drive, into the lane, lefty hook. Nope, but a foul called, and Irifin shoots 2. And as 459 Buster said, Clark can only watch. I have the feeling Clark is going to be held out for the year, and it's going to be up to the rest of this team to keep their playoff standing. They lose tonight. They're a half game into 7th place. Irifin's free throw is good. 4:28 left. 5-point Washington lead. 74-69. The second free throw up is down. 75-69. 4:25 left. Here's Cunningham on the move to the left. Cunningham finds Howard in the left corner. Natasha Howard on the drive finds Mitchell. 18-footer blocked by Angsler, cleared by Sutton, and a loose ball foul against Kelsey Mitchell. And the more shots the Indiana Fever miss, the more chances the Mystics get to put this away. That was a clean block, but the loose ball foul, I think, should have went against Sutton. Sims will head to the free throw line, but first a timeout. 4:16 for the game. Washington leads by 6, 75-69. They'll be shooting free throws for the remainder of the game. Let's see. Which collegiate school has had the most players win the Nancy Lieberman Award? Here we go with another brain bender. UConn. I will guess Connecticut. Milwaukee has come all the way back and they lead Cincinnati 10-8. They're going to the bottom of the 7th. Seattle has come back against the Mets and they lead that game 10-6. Baltimore is trailing Houston 3-0. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's where we're going next. Cincinnati got a run in the first, 7 in the second. They led 8-1 after 2. Milwaukee responded with 5 in the third, 2 in the fourth, a single run in the 6th, and a single run in the 7th, and that's where they stand at 10-8. Royals lead the White Sox 2-1. They're in the top of the 5th at the K. Baltimore got 1 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th. Houston is hitless through 4.5. Finally, I got one right. UConn had the most Nancy Lieberman Award winners. $13 to 6 is the scoring in the fourth quarter in favor of Washington. They have come out with it since they trailed by 7 at the end of 1. They have gotten Washington has gotten their act together, especially defensively. And Sutton is making a difference tonight. And speaking of Sutton, she's at the free throw line looking for points 10 and 11 on the ball game. Got it. She's got 10. 76-69. This is Washington's biggest lead of the night. It's at 7. 4:16 left. There's plenty of time for the Fever to come back and get this one. They had a furious rally against Dallas earlier in the week. But if they start a rally here, they have to finish it. It's an 8-point lead. 4:15 remaining. Mitchell brings it up. Mitchell on the fly to the left. Mitchell hands it to Lexi Hull. Hull on the drive in on Melbourne. Out to Natasha Howard. Howard drives in on Ainsler. Goes up. Had it blocked, but a foul called. And Howard shoots 2. Because remember on Tuesday, Dallas had I think it was a 19-0 run in the third quarter. Howard gets ready, shoots the first one. Good. She's got 10 in the ball game. 77-70. Indiana 2 timeouts plus a reset. Washington 3 timeouts plus a reset. Howard takes a deep breath, gives the ball a spin, couple of dribbles, shoots the second one. Good. Howard has 11 along with 9 rebounds tonight, with a rebound tonight. Under 4 to go. 77-71. Washington leads. Sutton on the move to the left. Sutton comes back out front to Ainsler. Ainsler holds and looks on her way to the right. Now finds Melbourne in the right corner. Melbourne comes out to the right wing. 7 to shoot. Finds Citron over the top pass into Ainsler. 3 to shoot. Back to Citron. They left her alone for 3, and she bangs it home. 19 for Citron. And this is Washington's largest lead at 9. Mitchell trying to respond. Does not. Rebound Arifin. Back the other way come the Mystics. Melbourne in the front court, 3:20 remaining. Out front, Sutton, I beg your pardon. Citron backs in on Lexi Hall, works off the Arifin screen, stops right on the lane, comes back out to Enksler. Enksler holds and looks, over the top pass tipped and stolen by Cunningham. Cunningham in the front court. Cunningham turns on the dribble. Now hands it to Mitchell, now to Boston. Aaliyah Boston hands it to Cunningham. Cunningham with a push shot from 15. Nope. Rebound, Aaliyah Boston. Follow good. 80-73. And 2:48 left. There's still time to come back and get this one, but you've got to stop them on defense. You got to get some defensive stops. Sutton has it this time. Sutton off to the left. Out front, Arifin. Enksler has it right of the lane. Enksler on the drive. Backs it on Howard. Backs in. Turnaround shot. Block. Nope. Foul called. And Enksler shoots two, and that was a clean block. That was a clean block. There are teams, I hate saying this, but I don't hate saying this. There are times you see Indiana, the free throw no good for Enksler, playing down to their competition. Washington 4 games under 500. Indiana 3 games above 500. 7-game difference. Enksler 6 points, 6 rebounds. 7 points now with that free throw. 81-73, 2:29 left in the ball game. Got to have a bucket here if you're the Fever. On the right side is Mitchell. Mitchell works off the Boston screen. A pitch out to Hall. A three from the left wing. Splash! Had to have one. You knew that. Timeout, Indiana. 2:18 remaining in the ball game, and the Washington Mystics lead has been sliced to 5. 81-76. Man, they needed that. They've gone to the 6th inning, and there's a no-hitter watch. There's 2 outs, and there's a runner aboard in the 6th inning. And the Astros do not have a hit as of yet. And Baltimore's pitcher, Young, has gone 5 innings, and he has struck out 4. He had a 6.02 ERA. Brandon Young. (81-76). The Mystics lead when it looked like they weren't going to even be in this ball game when the Fever were up by 13 once upon a time. Down the stretch, the Fever have got to play defense. They've got to win games like this where they had a lead, lost it, and now they just have to come back and win it. Plain and simple. They've got to come back and get it. .218 for the ball game. Mystics 81, Fever 76. If they stay within 5 with a couple of defensive stops, I think they can come back and get this one. But now you got to play defense. Here's Sutton off to the left, off to the right. I beg your pardon. Out front, Melbourne. Melbourne holds and looks against Kelsey Mitchell. Arifin on the left wing. Arifin holds and looks, looking for Citron, and Citron is knocked down and a foul on Kelsey Mitchell. And she just mouthed the words, "What am I supposed to do?" I absolutely agree with that. 2:02 remaining. Mystics 81, Fever 76, and now both teams will be shooting free throws for the remainder of the game. Free throw number 1, got it for Citron. She's got 20 points. Fever had a chance to win against Dallas, but wasted too much time on the final possession before they took their final timeout. Second attempt on the way by Citron is good. And the lead is 7. 83-76. Sims brings it up. 2 minutes left. Mitchell off to the right. Mitchell on the drive. Fastball right down the lane. Lays it in. 5-point game, 83-80. 154 left. Now you have to turn the screws defensively. Melbourne off to the right. Melbourne standing dribble out front to Sutton between the rings. On the left side is Irifin. Irifin holds and looks. Hands to Citron. Citron double team. Chased by Sims. Picks up her dribble. 5 to shoot. Steal by Hall. Lexi Hall on the fly. They got numbers. Mitchell in the left corner. Mitchell against Melbourne. Crosses over. Hands to Aaliyah Boston. Back to Mitchell. Over the top pass into Boston. Flying to the hole. Lefty layup is good. It's a 3-point game. And Washington wants time. 1:22 remaining in the ball game. It's the Mystics 83 and the Fever 80. Can the Fever come all the way back and get this one after trailing they've led by 13, trailed by 8, and now they're within 3 with 82 seconds left in the ball game. Meanwhile, in Houston, they've gone to the bottom of the 6th inning. There's already an out, and Brandon Young is tossing a gem. Now there's 2 outs as Mauricio DeBon just grounded out. (83-80), Washington by 3. Do the Fever have a couple more possessions left in them to get the lead back? They led after every quarter except this one. They've been outscored by 5 so far. Indiana comes out with Hall, Boston, Mitchell, Cunningham, and Sims. (83-80), Washington by 3 with 1:22 remaining. Now Indiana will turn on the pressure as they have it in play to Melbourne in the backcourt. She'll be hounded by Mitchell. Melbourne brings it up. Melbourne across into the front court. Leans over the dribble against Mitchell. 1:10 remaining. Out front it comes to Citron. Citron on the move to the right. Irifin at the top of the circle. In the right corner is Sutton. Now hands the Irifin back to Sutton. Sutton on the drive. 15-footer. Yes. With 59 seconds left. Now back comes Odyssey Sims. Out front to Boston. They're not going to take a timeout. Mitchell, 3 from the right. In and out. Rebound, Boston. Follow, no. Blocked out of bounds. Stays with Indiana with 46.9 left. You have to remember there are 2 possessions. There are going to be at least 2 possessions remaining given the shot clock. Sophie Cunningham to come in. Or is it Sims that will pull the trigger? It is Sims that will pull the trigger. Baseline right. Sims to come in. In play to Mitchell. Boston has it back. Wasting time. 8 on the clock. Here comes Hall on the drive. Reverse layup. Nope. Rebound. Loose ball foul against Washington with 38.5 left. Don't want to think too far ahead, but if they get a chance to tie it, if the 3 is there, what would y'all do? If the 3 is there, should they get this to a tie? Free throw good for Leah Boston. Let's worry about the free throws first. It's 85-81, 38.5 seconds remaining. Washington is out of timeouts. Indiana has 2 plus a 20. Second free throw up, second free throw down. Timeout, Washington. They are out. Or is that their reset? That's their reset timeout because they're walking into the front court. 38.5 left. You got to have a defensive stop. You got to have it. They come in, play to Melbourne. Melbourne on the move to the right. Plays it to Irifin. Irifin right of the circle. 18 to shoot. 33 on the big one. Hands it to Citron. Citron fakes. Now to Irifin right of the lane. Irifin on the drive. Into the lane. In on Boston. Lean in, flip. Nope. Rebound, Lexi Hall. And a timeout call by Indiana with 22.2 seconds remaining. Now you have that chance to tie. Do you go for 3 here or do you go for 2? In this situation, do you wear? I think you wear the clock all the way down and you try to tie it. If you're going to go down, you go down swinging. What do you think, chat? Do you go for 3 or do you go for 2? 22.2 seconds left. Go for 2 and take a Green Shield says, Callie says, go for 2 and take a foul. I'm looking at it. I think you do just that. And you have a timeout remaining at your disposal. Mystics' next 5 games, they'll host Los Angeles, then Connecticut, then they go to Connecticut, and then they host Las Vegas and Seattle. $22.6 left. You got to get a bucket here if you're Indiana. You must have a bucket. Cunningham looks to bring it in. Foul line extended left. In play to Boston. Boston on the move to the right. Hands it to Mitchell. Mitchell backs up on the dribble. Sees Irifin. Mitchell on the drive. Left of the lane all the way to the hoop. Left it short. And the rebound to Irifin. And a foul called with 11.3 seconds left. Ay, ay, ay. So Indiana has 1 timeout left. There's 11.3 seconds remaining, and Mitchell left the layup short of the rim. One of these will put this at a 2-possession game. Melbourne to the free throw line. 4 points in the game. Her first free throw is no good. The door's still open. Well, the door's still open anyways. Natasha Howard now comes in. Now you're going to have a bucket on the other end. And you're going to have to take the foul. Melbourne, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists on the game. Second attempt on the way. Good. 11.3 left. Indiana takes time. With 11.3 remaining, they'll have the reset if it's necessary. Actually, I take that back. They are out of timeouts. Both teams have exhausted their timeouts with 11.3 left. So you need to get a bucket here. Mystics, the youngest team in the league. Averaging 24 years of age. Now, if CC was on the floor, you take the 3. Absolutely. 11.3 left. 86-82. Washington with the lead. And they're gonna let Washington get away again. Griner is in Atlanta. They look to come in play to Boston. Got to get to the hoop. Here's Mitchell over the top into Boston. Layup is good. 2-point game. 5.9 left. And they turn the full court press on as Angsler looks to come in play to Melbourne, and Melbourne is fouled with a chance to put the game away. Jade Melbourne to the free throw line with 5 seconds left. 5 points in the game. If she hits both, the game is over. Here's the first one. It's good. And now this one can ice it. 87-84. This one can ice it. 88. Ball game over. So the Fever will take their reset timeout with 5 seconds left as Melbourne calmly stepped to the free throw line and knocked down 2 big ones. And again, I look at the body language on the ladies' faces for both teams. Melbourne and the Mystics are smiling because they're going to sneak out of Indiana with a win. A win that Indiana had in the first half, but they let it get away with very sloppy play. 88-84, 5 seconds left. In play to Mitchell. A 3 out of the corner is short, and there it is. Enxler grabs the rebound, and the ball game is over. Fever have lost 2 in a row, and they dropped to 18-16 on the year. Meanwhile, Washington climbs to 15-18 as the playoff races are still very much wide open. Your final tonight, the Washington Mystics 88 and the Indiana Fever 84. Going to close up shop here. We'll be on tomorrow. We'll let you know time and the games that we're going to do. But your final one more time here. Thanks to everyone that showed up with us tonight and that hung out with us. Final one more time is the Fever 80 as the Washington Mystics 88 and the Indiana Fever 84. Got some standalone videos coming your way that will drop tomorrow. And then beginning at 1 o'clock, we'll take a peek at 2 games. The Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers against the Indianapolis Colts. We're up at 12:30 with the Fan Chat. So long, everybody.
Snowman on the mic, no mistake, he elevates. Play by play.
The pitch. We're going to drive into deep center field. Miller back at the track, looking up. See you later! Go, Diddy, go! 30, 20, 10, 5, good night, touchdown! Unbelievable!
Formation in motion, handoff McBaron, running off right tackle, and McBaron is loose! Goodbye, baby! 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Put it in the book, and that's a Spartan winner.
Vision, precision, lifting hope. Every word is the mission. Ambition with this queen by his side. No division, just fusion.
Appreciating has been a presentation of Snowman Sportsnet. For fans, by fans. All heart, all action. Part of the Snowman Multimedia Network, celebrating 30 years of broadcast excellence.